Go. We're going.
Okay.
Hidden battle ups a couple of
Coordination yeah, so you guys looted a whole bunch of stuff last time. Not sure what you're going to do with all this.
bag of holding.
Well, we do have a couple extra cast iron skills, so we can melt down some of the golden stuff.
You could.
Or sometimes the value's greater in its original form.
Yeah.
But then again, gold's heavy, right?
Yeah. I'm not sure how many of the toys you actually need, like a foot-tall guillotine. Maybe if you have a bunch of cigars to cut or something.
Foot-tall guillotine. No.
You don't care
if the fairies ever piss us off.
There
you go.
That is, I'm not sure if that's cruel and unusual, but it's definitely unusual.
Yeah.
Where's the...
Now, if you use it on brownies, go for it.
Where...
Those little buggers, I'm telling you.
It's like, you're not even selling cookies. Why are you even here? Come on.
No.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of stuff. Holy crackles.
Which text channel was it in again? I looked at it earlier. Is it in notes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's in the NPCs and notes channel.
That's it. Okay, thank you.
Push this scrolls on for like 3 screens.
Yeah.
I see some BD3 influences here.
Yeah, it's
somewhat.
That's not a bad thing.
Was it in scheduling or lounge?
There we go.
No, NPCs and notes. Down. Scroll down.
Got it.
Yeah.
Man, there's a lot of cooking stuff. I guess that's all for
Really? That's all Stewart gets.
Stewart, yeah.
You need to get him a bag of colding and a.
Oh wait, I'm in the wrong universe.
Bag of refrigeration.
Yeah, we need to get him one of those and his own separate bag of holding.
Permanent chill.
Anybody gonna get like a Volo operation to replace their eye with the Earthset sign?
So the funny thing is, we had a permanent chill box that we discovered at Babylon of Blightstraw's place, and then you guys broke it.
Yeah, because
I mean, it was kind of powered by the disembodied heart of a sad.
Yeah, it needed to be broken, but yeah.
So that's good.
This is a lot of stuff. I mentioned it as pass wall chalk, as in you draw a door and walk through.
It is Looney Tunes chalk, yes.
Oh my god.
Acme chalk.
Acme chalk.
Can I do that? I want the chalk.
Well, there's 8 pieces, so you guys could split it up if you want.
Oh yeah, okay.
We each get one.
That's
I love
the thing
it.
to do. That's kind of like that Misty Step token. And that Misty Step token, is that a one-time use thing?
Yes.
Oh, it is?
I think it's one use.
Oh, okay.
Thought it was.
Is the pass wall chalk one-time use too, or?
Oh, it takes one piece of chalk per pass wall.
Swan boat feather token? What's that? Makes a swan boat?
Yes. It's a feather token like the one that you like. But I didn't want to give you guys a tree because I've seen what happens when I give people tree tokens.
Yeah,
One day we'll get one. One day we'll get one. And
That's
then we'll
gonna say
Ferngully somebody.
Never again.
You're going to say bibbidi bobbidi boo, like a swan boat?
You guys will get one the day that Emmett gives me one.
Was it a tree token?
Like, yeah, so basically it's like a mutually assured destruction pact between a Soviet Union and...
It makes a big ass tree grow out of something, and the past player used it to Ferngully a dragon.
Yes.
You can if you toss it under something, you can launch it up in the air really high, like per the description of the item, and then it'll land and do a ton of fall damage.
Well, Nathan bought the token. I think Hannah used the token.
No, it was a combo attack. Like she was a pixie, so she did like a Millennium Falcon Death Star 2 run on it. And she dropped the payload, and then there we go.
And then it was Ferngully.
Yep, yeah, it sure was.
Yeah,
So you got a bunch of stuff. And the inhabitants of the area threw a big party for you guys that night. The goblins did successfully manage to lose the insane red caps in the forest.
Good.
Little Oak may have stepped on a few of them, so there should be a less than lethal number of red caps running around at this point, hopefully.
I may have met relatives.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I was putting on there about the making sure before we, just decided we want to keep some of this stuff.
Yeah, you don't have to keep all this if you
Well,
want.
I was saying, if anything
We
in
want
here
it all.
obviously belongs to someone else,
Oh yeah.
right? And I'd say, hey, does anybody own this? Oh, yeah, it's mine.
Well, a couple things I left off the list were some Elkhorn's sword and shield. He took those back himself when he found them.
Like you just literally
Yeah.
find out who's missing stuff and what is it.
Yeah.
Is it in this list? Okay, it is. We'll give it to you.
Silver.
Yeah.
One thing I do want is I want these books, just to kind of like also get some lore for the area, but also to like I think that makes sense for my character in particular.
So there's one set that's like a there's one thing in there that's kind of like an encyclopedia set that's missing 2 volumes. Tales from the Gloaming Court. It's missing volumes 3 and 8.
These are all gross like frog printed books, right? Like
They vary. So I've got a description of them. I keep forgetting that none of you guys have actual detect magic. You're having to identify stuff via short rest.
Hold on.
Because there's more.
This call speak with plants.
Hold on. I am.
Giving to speak with plants to our druid.
Or just let someone read it, and if they start getting glossy-eyed like they're going crazy or
Never
something,
mind.
just smack
You
it in
don't.
the head.
No, yeah. Because they're. Yeah, so you wouldn't detect anything else about these then. So
If
What's
only
this
we
one
had our
book?
cleric.
I can give you descriptions of what. I think you just started pouring outside. I can give you descriptions of these books since you have plenty of time to look at them over the course of the evening.
There's one that I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
Cookbook. Oceaneering.
Yes, Potioneering Cookbook.
Is that-
It's a cookbook that contains formulae for common and uncommon potions. You can use it to brew such a potion by following the rules for crafting magic items in the DMG.
Interesting.
So common and uncommon potions.
Yeah, I'll dig that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's probably intelligence based or whatnot, but
I could probably help with that.
let's see, yeah, it's also got a book for candy making, pickling, and baking.
I already know what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, potion making,
Well,
that's
we should keep them anyway. Maybe there's something interesting in there.
Yeah, you can put them in the bag. Yeah, absolutely. But the one with potioneering, I want to be.
What's that
reading through
groaning sound coming from the bag?
What
It's
is,
not that big.
what is the capacity of our bag of holding? Because we used to actually keep track of that.
Yeah, we haven't been doing that so much.
We don't care.
There's
I usually
nothing-
just treat the bag like extra dimensional space. You know.
We have a roguish character.
The closest we have is our ranger.
And
Hello,
Whoa.
Rig over here. Hello.
oh,
Oh,
wait,
you do
Oh,
have-
yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry,
Hi.
honey.
Hello.
all those bunny rabbits look the same.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, honey.
gold bodkin
Yeah,
cat
you good.
sleep
Yeah, you
and prick. The gold little pokey stabby thingy.
I think he already claimed that.
You already did? Okay, good.
I'm sorry, what?
The gold bodkin. If you prick your finger on it, you fall asleep. Or prick anything on it, really.
Or
You
use
should-
it
you
to
should
put
have that
the guard
in
to
it.
sleep.
Does
you
it
know?
do damage or does it just put people sleep?
Make him sleepy.
Make it sleepy. I mean,
So
you might take 1 point of damage, maybe.
So
But
you
It's
can
a
sneak and you can
sedative
poke him.
shot.
The bodkin's like, is that an arrow or is that like an arrowhead or a dagger?
no, from like a spinning wheel or a loom.
Well, that's a bomb.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, like Sleeping Beauty.
The-
Except that's
yeah.
not actually how you prick
The
your finger.
bodkin is actually a small dagger. Let me see if I can get you.
It's what you put the spool. It's what you put the ball of yarn on.
Mhm.
No, that's a bobbin.
A bobbin goes in a
A
cylinder.
a bodkin, I believe, was an arrowhead.
Yeah, well,
I've heard it
it's
described like that.
it's called that because it has the shape of a bodkin.
Yeah, a bodkin, so it's a nail dagger. Okay? Basically, it's a skinny little dagger type. Bodkin, Wikipedia, free dictionary. Bear bodkin is basically a pokey.
It is spiky.
It's like a little needle.
A sharp, slender instrument for making holes in cloth.
But Valina's gonna pick up.
No, you can also have bodkin arrowheads that are shaped like that, true.
Yes.
That's true.
I'm fairly certain this one probably is the one for putting over the cloth.
That would be
We've run into this before. I
it
know
was
we
part
have.
of the spinning wheel thing. I know the needle on the spinning wheel. What is that called?
Well, there was an item that we ran into, I swear, earlier in the campaign.
Swan boat feather?
It might have been before you were here.
It's
And,
a feather.
it-
In this case, it's like a silver bookmark.
Yeah.
But you
The
can, when
context
you use
of
it,
it
it'll turn into
basically
a
clear that it was for
The boat?
into a book.
sewing
Okay.
usage.
How many people can
That's
run the
why we
boat?
were like, oh.
Like the entire party?
I think it can hold about 8
Okay, cool.
or something like that.
And still alive?
Huh?
Some things you have bold in here, which I assume are special things.
Yes. The bolded ones are special things.
Magic
Gnarled,
things.
gnarled roots still alive.
Yes. So Kelsey's
Ah,
character might
yeah.
look at the gnarled root and be able to determine what that is if she wants to make a nature check.
Sorry.
A bodkin can also be a spinning wheel thingy.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a bobbin and a bodkin
Yeah.
that go together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The bodkin is the thing more like for a loom that passes the thread, like a big needle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because these were from looms, not spin wheels.
Okay, then it's one of these. That's for passing the thread through the loom.
Mm.
Okay.
It's like the shuttle thingamajig.
Yes, that. Fascinating. Now here's one that's a little
Isn't
bit.
this riveting content? We argue for 20 minutes over what a bodkin is.
It's
We're
important.
not OCD at all.
Uh-uh.
It's
We're
important.
not
stuff.
neurodivergent at this
It's important to
table.
nail these things down, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not disagreeing.
I mean, that's the point of this whole exercise.
Exactly.
I'm not at all disagreeing.
I'm sorry if it's needling you, alright? But we gotta get to the point here, okay?
I feel like we've lost the thread of this conversation.
Yeah, I just being correct.
So many dad jokes.
Let's pass through the eye of this, alright?
I love it here.
I mean, we're all getting kind of old here, so I mean, we're susceptible to spinning a good yarn or two.
Are we even a tapestry?
Nice. Hold on.
We broke Aaron.
I wish Jake were here. He'd be ripping off you guys like crazy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
He needs to get a different schedule so he can rejoin us.
Maybe
And that
someday.
Jacob guy too.
Oh,
my
yeah.
daughter's favorite thing is when I do the tapestry.
Oh,
When I say that
God.
word, she loves it when I say that.
Nice.
We have many tapestries.
Well,
Baby Aaron's excited by this conversation too.
if you're a
Scottish
Scottish
Lord,
Rite,
I am Mickey Mouse.
Kelsey, you want to
The
try
funny
to
thing
roll?
is, I'm a Scottish
You know
Lord.
what she heard?
I just think it's funny that that quote came into my head
Kelsey,
right as you started saying
is
it.
Kelsey occupied with Aaron? Or?
Names.
Oh, no, she's here.
All right.
How
All right.
dare
so-
he?
So
If
many
you-
things later.
If you could please roll a nature check about this gnarled root bookmark that still appears to be alive.
That I do find interesting. Out of the whole thing, that's what I'm wondering.
Is this mine or yours?
Yours.
How good it does me now. I mean, I can still use it. It just takes a lot.
I
So.
gotta.
I think my neck just cracked.
Did that feel good?
Exactly.
I don't know.
No, you're not dead yet, so keep checking.
Ooh, I think I
I
am gonna
used
put
to
my
be able to
hairs
pop
up.
them back. I don't think I can do that
Put my
anymore.
hairs up.
Okay, everything still works, I think.
I'm gonna take 2 pieces of black and everything.
I have a floof poof, guys.
Get a poof poof.
A floof poof.
A floof poof.
We might need to move the mic a bit closer to Kelsey. I'm having a hard time hearing her.
Hello.
Ah.
Hello.
I got you.
The iron metalworking tongs, I get dibs on
Tickle
those.
my nose.
I still couldn't hear Kelsey.
Right?
Oh, boy. Kelsey, you got a really announce, baby. I'm gonna put that really close to you. You're good.
I got an
Here's
8.
you.
An 8.
We hear you.
You
Wow. Our druid got an 8 from the nature.
so it's
She's
a
not
little
bad.
bit, hard to make it out. It doesn't strike you as a plant that you're familiar with, but you're able to discern enough that it it seems like it's got some sort of a bond to something that has to be fairly close by if it's able to keep living like this while it's, not planted in any soil or anything.
Maybe it's part of that swamp creature.
Ooh.
Swamp
The
food.
mound?
Yeah.
The living
That guy.
mound thing? Maybe it's what controls the living
Mhm.
mound?
You never know.
The root is
Yes.
still twisting like it's alive. I think the source of whatever it was close by still.
And that was your buddy. That living mound was your buddy.
It might be
I mean-
possible, like,
It
could you
want to
cast
be
like,
your
take
bud,
mine from the
Brandon.
root game?
I've got locate in the
It could be the root of all
Like,
evil.
defining where it's from.
These nerds. Okay.
Maybe I'm
Nerds.
coming over to that.
Did you guys hear that?
Keep to you.
Sorry, no.
Mike
Are you
said
able to hear
it.
me?
Yeah, Mike said it could be the root of all evil.
And then,
Root.
and then the other Mike said, "Fucking nerds."
Nerd.
You're tapping into this really hard now.
See, I got an 18+1 on my nature check. What is it? Is it the root of all
I was
evil?
having such a crappy day. It's gotten so much better.
So you're being assisted by Stuart Valena, and he suggests that maybe this belongs to the one living, moving plant that you guys have encountered out here, being the shambling mound. So it's certainly a possibility. It's definitely a possibility.
Might be a way to make a handy servant.
Yes, let's go check it
Maybe
out.
that's why it's.
I also grabbed the scroll as well of plant speaking. I don't know if you're
Okay. That seems like an appropriate item for you. Oh, and I never did manage to. We got distracted by cookbooks and bodkins and whatnot. I never got to describe to Emmett what all the damn books were.
Oh
Yes.
God.
Did you still want me to do that, or have we moved on?
Oh,
and
yeah.
lost the- Okay,
Sweet.
so the first book, All Things Sticky, Slippery, and Sweet, is written for children. It illustrates and describes substances that would fascinate them, such as boggle oil, troll spit, slime, and various flavors of tree sap. And
Okay.
you may not realize this because your own child is still so small, but children love slime.
Yeah.
Oh, they do.
My
Yeah, no.
daughter's-
Aaron will stick her fingers in anything, I believe it.
Yeah, she loves going after the dog bowl.
Yeah.
With the
And
dog
the baby will do it too.
Having worked at Michael's most of my adult life, and when the slime craze began, oh yeah.
It hasn't ended.
The
Well, I'm
next
saying when it began.
The next book is Phantasma Demento's Codicil of Conundrums. And this looks like it's a lavishly illustrated book of fey puzzles and riddles. And the answers are written in invisible ink, you figure out.
This will be like a nice little time passer, I think. I think Pip would enjoy a good riddle or two.
The next book is Goblin Epho Gold Plus.
Bless you.
That was the one I read to people about the Nilbog. Right?
Yeah, it's a thin illustrated book describing nilbogs, who are
Goblins.
capricious space spirits that possess goblins, foment chaos in goblinoid society, and use their magic to drive others to do the opposite of what they desire. And all the writing in the book is backwards.
Interesting.
Pity He's an Elf is a collection of illustrated short stories about an elven adventurer named Ethan Hourglass, who travels the Feywild and befriends dangerous creatures in surprising ways. Sex rich.
It's like
Yeah. The Queen's Gowns depicts and describes famous gowns worn by the Summer Court, with asides written by the gown's equally famous designers.
So, Met Gala book.
Yes. Tales from the Gloaming Court is a set of 11 hefty, green-colored illustrated books filled with stories and illustrations of Feywild intrigue that shed light on the Sele and Unsele courts. Volumes 3 and 8 are missing from Scabatha's collection. 3 Rules to Rule By is a thin, dog-eared book that describes the rules of hospitality, ownership, and reciprocity in detail.
Oh, that is an important one.
And then lastly, Twilight Tides is a fat, wrinkled book about navigating the oceans of the Feywild.
That.
Okay.
All
right.
That's the one practical application.
All important. All very important.
Yes.
So I'm gonna get some pass.
I show the book about the Queen's gowns to Valentina real fast. Look at these.
Oh, what's that about?
It's a book about dresses.
Hmm.
Yes, the Summer Queen apparently has a whole book full of things. I think maybe she was. She was wearing this one, wasn't she?
It's got pictures and stuff, right?
Yeah, because we saw her, I guess, right? Like when we were in court.
Oh, that the Summer Queen is I think Titania.
Yeah.
The one whose domain Valena lived in was Shirelle, was Queen Lancerella, and her domain is Shirelle, not the Summer Court.
Yeah,
so
but we got taken to the Summer Court during the.
Oh yeah,
Modern
that's right. You
Festival.
guys got
Kidnapped.
you guys got subpoenaed.
He got
Same thing with
arrested.
you.
They were subpoenaed. They weren't actually arrested much.
Well, until Valena started charming the pants off him. So
Mm-hmm.
with her good nature and sweet
Okay, so
disposition.
you have their pants now?
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
So,
like you get along with one of the other
was there
characters.
anything else loot-wise that you guys wish to discuss?
Yeah, much stuff in here that's worth the money, apparently.
Oh,
But I don't know how much of it is practical to lug around.
yeah. Well, the goblins would be happy to take some of this stuff off your hand. They could figure out some good uses.
Now, maybe that goes to what I was talking before about the whole hiring an army thing. Before you go over to Yon, we got to cross water to get there, right?
So at this point, I can't remember who your guide here was. It was
Hold on a second before we move on here. I'm gonna assume that let's just assume the ones that are bolted that we put in the bag of holding.
yes.
Okay.
Oh,
So
there was one I was.
Skull Lantern?
Sorry, the signet ring, the Weeping Willow. Is that ring a bell to me, or I gotta try a history check maybe?
Yeah, give me a history check.
11.
It may be something that involves a lesser noble, but you can't quite place it.
Okay.
It might have belonged to somebody who was important in a small circle, but nothing super obvious that's famous.
Hmm.
I would just put everything in the bag. We can sell stuff later.
All right.
Yeah.
There's also that black quill with bone tip that produces its own crimson ink.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I'm not touching that.
Apparently magical as well.
It is. It is definitely magical.
Draw
Oh, more
birds
than just
and
making
makes a
ink?
bird.
Nobody has detect magic,
Oh,
so you did the whole resting and identifying thing, and it definitely produces red ink
all right.
that after it's dried fades to a sepia tone.
Maybe you
What?
should have the slippers of spider climbing.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool. Do I like put it on and then I can
Yeah,
climb
do it
off?
too.
Is it just one slipper though?
No, it's
Slippers.
2 slippers.
Okay.
Imagine that you just get the one slipper, so you have to like do an awkward hop up a wall.
I was just making sure. That
He has to hop everywhere.
Well, it's kind of like when you go down the road and you see one sneaker in the middle of the road.
All right.
So the kids in the complex at my work apparently like to throw their
Mhm.
shoes, their flip-flops and things across to each other and whatnot. And somehow one of them wound up on the roof. And
It happens.
they come into the office and ask if our maintenance guy can get it off of there. And he's like, the tallest ladder I have is 6 feet tall. Like, and even if I could, I wouldn't, because that would just teach you can still do that and keep doing it. I'm like, I'm with you,
It's
Dylan.
like go out, go to the store, buy a drone, work up some robotic grippers on it, and get it down your own self.
It's like, I'm not gonna break my neck over somebody's flip flop.
Nobody else wants the slippers. I will take the slippers.
All right.
You're the one person who could
Slippers
probably
of
wear
spider
them.
climbing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and.
That's a sneaky person thing.
I
Besides,
like
they're
that.
so Pickle actually wants to bring them over to you.
Okay.
Why? Why is everybody looking at me? God.
Because you're making a big
So-
deal.
These are fancy, and you're fancy. So here.
Oh, thank you. These are the. Do you know what they are?
Nope.
Okay. Thank you. I am fancy.
So there. Okay. Anyway, bye.
Nice.
I think I'm pulling a muscle from my eye rolling.
You still a
The
schmuck?
eyes have rolled all
Missing.
the way back and they're coming up again like the sun.
You're a very sweet little gremlin.
I'm not a
Goblin.
gremlin.
Damn it!
Oh my god.
I did it
Roll
again.
for initiative.
You're still a schmuck.
No, we're gonna. I say goblin. Not gremlin.
Wow. There's almost violence here.
No, I didn't say that.
Almost violence.
I
I
killed
said that.
people.
I am. I am fixing that. That was a spell
Oh,
check.
I remember
error.
the name of
He's
your...
had too much
I
wine.
remember the name of your guide. So Clapperclaw's the one who ushered you from Hither to Thither,
Yeah.
and the guy who can usher you from Hither to Yon is Squirt, the oil can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you will have to cross back across Hither in order to reach Yon, since it's on the opposite side.
What the frick? Why can't we just come along?
Unless you need somebody
How
to
about,
get
how
there.
about this? Have we, just throwing this out there, have we any need of any Hurlings or anybody else to go with us, or is that just going to be more trouble than it's worth?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Mike. What did you say?
Hirelings. Any hirelings or anybody that we need assistance
Oh.
we need beyond the guide?
I think
Other
we've got a
than
lot of followers right now. I don't know if we have to hire any.
Yeah, and when basically where we're at has been liberated, right?
Correct.
So Thither's been liberated.
Well,
zombies
there's still the
are
Jabberwocky causing chaos.
Right. Which
Oh,
we're
yeah.
still there, and we're still going. The other place, that's what I'm saying. What is the next thing we have to do?
He just said we have to go back through Thither
To
and
reach
into
Yon.
to reach Yon.
And where's the Jabberwock?
He said
It's
where
here.
we're going.
Well, the Jabberwock can kind of roam wherever it pleases.
But
From the conversations that you guys had previously, it sounds like the Jabberwock lairs within the Palace of Heart's Desire, which is your ultimate destination.
that's where we're going.
You sort of have to defeat all the hags before your path is opened up for you to actually reach there.
All right. So is the Palace of Arts Desire in Yon?
No.
It's somewhere else.
It's sort of like above all that. It's kind of above all that. Let me see if I can find a map for you here.
Kind of get that. It's like
The point
wow.
being is that we can't really find a place to relax yet, as long as we're being hunted down by this Jabberwock. They can show up.
relaxing is hard.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is the whole damn place.
Oh, you remember the one cracked mirror that was in here?
Yeah,
Cracked hand mirror.
Pickle with the eye in that. But I was like, why do you need a cracked mirror? You
I
don't.
need that for,
Alright.
for what I was thinking about.
So you guys are currently here at Loom Lurch.
You know what I mean?
Yep. There you go.
You guys are currently here at Loom Lurch. So to get into
Yawn.
Yon, you'll have to cross back across Thither. So the Squirt is explaining this to you. He's like, yeah, the way that I know how to get into Yon is we have to go back across Hither. And Clapperclaws was like, I can help with that. And
Yeah.
Squirt's like, yeah, and once we get over to Downfall, then there's a bridge that we can take, and that'll lead us right into Yon. And then we just have to find Endolin and
Hag.
Endolin. And then from there, hopefully we'll find somebody who can lead us to the Palace of Heart's Desire.
So wait, Gwendolyn's not in the Palace of Heart's Desire?
No, she lives in Motherhorn.
Ah, that's the
Matterhorn?
one next to
No, Motherhorn.
Matterhorn.
Matterhorn. Well, that's what Matterhorn means. But
The
that's
Disney
okay.
World ride, not the actual Matterhorn.
That's what I was thinking was a Disney
Yeah.
ride.
Mhm.
Oh, that's what Matterhorn. Okay, next.
I mean, we're in the Feywild. It could be a Matterhorn. Like,
More
Madder.
angry than others.
Madder than a Hatterhorn.
Yes.
Madrahorn.
Crazy horn.
Did you say Madra?
Yeah, Madrahorn.
Oh, Madre. I was like, Madra. Madra is Gaelic for dog.
Mhm.
By the way, unicorn? The actual unicorn? Rhinoceros.
Chubby Brent, chubby unicorn, chubby armored unicorn.
Yeah.
I thought that was the narwhal.
Mm-mm.
Chubby armored unicorn. For one of the webcomics I follow on Facebook.
All right, so we digress again.
Like
Life is
the party.
also bad.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Respecty.
I think the current objective is to find Clapperclaw, right? Because he's the one that can take us back to Hither.
Well, we had.
Yeah, Clapperclaw's with you guys right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
Oh.
he's with us. Yeah,
Great.
he's how we got here.
So,
I thought he went off to do his own thing for a little bit, and then we had to get him.
Well, he did. He was staying with Little Oak, but after Granny Nightshade was
Dispatched.
dispatched, Little Oak came rolling up with the rest of the posse, and
Ah.
you guys hung out and did the party thing. Because yeah, you guys are doing like the tiefling party with the goblins right now.
I say we move
Oh.
on to Hither. Let us say our goodbyes and move along.
Yes.
Okay, if we're wait. Under with that context,
What?
it's a tiefling party. Nobody's sleeping with nobody.
Okay. Children are
Pickle's
present.
Pickle is watching. She's making sure nobody's up to any funny business.
Mm.
Taking notes.
No, she's not.
By the way,
Drawing
Will
little
of the
pictures.
Feywild. Who's in charge of this whole show? And basically, is everybody going to be able to recover adequately and get their stuff back together? And
He says, "Never you fear. Now that there's no adults here, we'll do just fine."
I mean, we're still here.
oh, good luck with that,
Wait.
Mr. Lord of the Flies.
Not really adults, though. I mean, you're barely up to my knee,
I mean,
and that's not even the high knee. That's the low knee.
on that note.
Stop.
Oh, he's been using that one for years.
Okay. All right.
You know what? Technically a grown-up in people years. Wait, no, in goblin years. In people years, I'm like your age, but in goblin years, I'm like.
He says, "Oh, trust me, you're not my age."
I have a feeling Will's been around a while. All right. So, on our way.
Whippersnapper.
He says, "Yes. Why don't?" He says, "We got this lovely river here that should lead you back downstream and take you straight into Hither."
Oh, we are not very far from the coast, are we?
No, there's a stream here not far from Loomlurch. If you were to follow that downstream, it would take you past the Wayward Pool where Lamorna lives, and then if you keep following it, it would lead you into the mists that separate Hither and Thither.
No more, no more.
And then we could, guys, I suggest.
Didn't she
now,
skip town?
Hither's already pretty much
Wait,
taken
one
care of, right?
Yeah.
Well, you took care of Scabatha, or Bavlorna.
Well, when we go back, we'll see
I
what's
missed
happened
it.
since
I
we've
was
been
thinking
home.
charm.
Oh, okay.
And where's the path to yon?
Path to Yon is
Yep.
indicated as being this bridge over here on the opposite side of down.
That's the path to yon.
It looks like you got a little bit of broken roads and stuff, and some iffy terrain.
Mm,
Well, we've been through all this before. Now that's where the bridges were, where we.
We've
I see it now.
been there.
Oh, that's right. That's true.
Oh wait,
Get around where
he
we're
has
at.
too, because that's where we found you.
Yep.
Last time we were flying.
Yeah,
Down.
you were flying last time.
And
Did I
that's
say
no go.
downfall or down all?
Downfall.
Downfall.
Okay.
That's
That's
the
lovely.
That's the Bullywood court.
Okay.
So we either go through the Voidwood Court and try to climb this thingy up to that road. How the heck are we gonna get up there?
Well, first we gotta go there, then we gotta go there.
I say we be on our way. Let's go.
Oh.
Let's get in the boat.
Hey, Ulrich, you're awfully quiet.
Sorry, did we get a long rest?
Yeah, you guys got a long rest here because you're doing the Tiefling Goblin Party overnight in Loomluch.
And we have 10
No
days.
funny business.
No funny business. All right, I think
So, I have been able to wrestle up 10 days rations for everybody.
I mean, with
Oh,
all the
yeah,
food
we
we
got
found.
it's perpetually sunrise in this place, so who knows how long you guys actually stayed here. You've been able to keep cooking as long as you really desire to.
Yeah, so you guys got plenty of food. We're not gonna have to worry about food.
Yeah, all
You
right.
don't have to worry about
We also found a crap ton, so.
Yeah.
it.
There's
Is
that.
true. So I believe the washing machine has stopped. So let
Yeah,
us take a
it's-
bio break
Yeah.
so that Aaron can do that and the rest of us can unpack our excess fluids. Yes, which meant that it was already after the tollway and everything else.
So we need to collect water before we go.
No.
No, it might not be a bad idea because the water here in Thither definitely looks cleaner since it's not, a swamp.
We got water skins. Let's do this.
Yeah, so you can find plenty of water in Thither as you're floating down the stream.
Barely.
Get out my brain.
There, on your way. So yeah, you continue downstream on Thither. As you get close to the end where it's starting to enter into the fog, Clapperclaw's like, "Don't worry, I got this." And he gets up on the prow and he just sort of he scoops up a couple pebbles in his pincers. Because remember, Clapperclaw has like lobster hands, and he just starts doing a.
They call me
I load my little crossbow.
Yeah, and as he does that, it just sort of the fog just sort of peels back around you as he's doing the cha-cha with his rattle hands.
Is anybody
And,
else picturing Jim
you
Carrey in
guys-
the mask?
You guys end up sailing through, and you can see like cliffs looming on your north and south as you pass through, and it takes about. It's kind of hard to gauge time here, but at a certain point, it's almost like it's gone from early in the morning, like dawn, to where it now feels like dusk as you come through to the other side. And you guys are actually kind of sleepy after you finish the transit, but the mountains and the fog eventually give way to a new area, and it's like swampy and marshy, but it's not as oppressive as it was before. Like, you're looking around, you can see that there's actually some flowers blooming. There's like new cattails that are starting to come up in the areas, and there's actually the water level here is higher than it was before, but it looks like stuff is actually like starting to grow up. So like there's like new lily pads that are starting to blossom and
So
whatnot.
it's not like a decayed swamp. It's just
Yeah,
more healthy
it's
swamp.
almost like it's starting to revitalize. You can see it's like red-winged blackbirds flitting about, chasing dragonflies.
That was all us.
You did this.
We did it.
Cajun countries
We
get
did it.
revitalized.
We did it.
You did
Oh
this.
yeah.
Cajun country has been revitalized.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Down on the bayou.
yeah, so it's now looking like it's around sunset as you're looking around, and it's only been a few hours, you thought, since you left Loomlurch, but you're actually starting to feel kind of weary after floating downriver all this time, and that's when you give me perception checks.
All right.
I got a 2.
12.
13.
13. Lucky 13.
Go this way. I was going to check.
Okay, Aggie.
Nope, it didn't work.
Aggie Cromwell. Halloween Town.
All right, anyway.
What'd you get, Landon?
I'm getting there.
slow, live it shortly.
5.
5.
Big 5.
How did I get
6.
that?
I have +4 perception now.
So,
Oh, that's right. I'm just testing something to
Straight
ignore
12.
this.
okay, so, you guys slowly get the feeling that something large is moving just out of your periphery.
High or low?
I got a bad feeling about this.
From high to low.
All right, Han.
Right.
You
I get
Thank
that little
you.
mirror.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
What was
so you suddenly like Pip sort of notices it before the rest of you do. You turn about and suddenly find yourselves snuck upon by a walking inn.
A what?
Was I walking in?
Oh!
A walking hotel.
Oh!
That's
We know that one.
Yes,
Oh,
that thing.
I believe it's called the Inn at the End of the Road or something like that.
Yeah.
very cool.
What is it? Some sort of beast?
Are we in the boat?
It is the Inn at the End of the Road.
Oh no,
So you see
that's
this.
a friend. We're good.
So you see this giant. Walking inn.
So it's Baba Yaga's hotel.
It's Baba Yaga's hotel.
Except
Exactly.
nicer. Like, we know, y'all don't, but we know the innkeeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's
So
a sweet old
it is-
lady.
It's just sort of sitting there, and as you guys come sailing through the pass, it sort of stands. It's almost like it's stretching its legs or something before you hear a as the door swings open, and you can smell the aroma of dinner and the sound of
I'm good.
conversation from within.
You can stop me at dinner. Yes, you can stop
So
me
we're
at dinner.
getting out here and we're going to the inn. Let's go.
miss this place.
Is it safe?
Yeah.
Clapperclaw looks excited and says, "Ooh, it's Sue Harraback's.
Yeah.
This is her place."
Yeah.
He picks up Squirt and says, "Come on, you'll love it here. Maybe she'll let you have some cooking oil." He says, "Okay, that sounds good to me."
Oh my
Try the
god.
peanut oil. It's really good.
Pip, Belinda, you're gonna love it here. The innkeeper is so nice.
So you guys saunter inside the inn, and
Mama.
the proprietor is an elderly human woman. Her name is Sue Harrabax. I'm trying to remember if we have a picture of her in
You
the
do.
NPCs and notes.
Sue Harraback,
You do.
what?
She's a little Asian looking lady.
Yes, the Asian lady.
She's
Yeah.
adorable.
I got one of those.
She made a soup last time, and then we gave her snake meat, and she made oh my god, it was great.
Yeah.
Open in. Let's see. Open in.
But I think y'all had already been kidnapped at that point because we had.
No, Emmett the player knows what you guys are talking about because he's seen the episode.
Yeah.
So, nice older lady. Welcome. She says, "Oh, it's good to see you again. Come in, come in. Let's have some din din."
Absolutely. It's so good to see you again.
Oh,
Like
it's
the
wonderful
usual
to see you
establishment.
too. He says the swamp. It's like it come back to life after you guys did away with Bavlorna. He says, where have you been though? It feels like it's been ages.
So.
We just jumped over to the neighboring country and killed another witch.
Oh, which witch you killed?
Thither,
Sandwich.
The
Penny Nightshade.
very
yeah.
nightshade one.
Oh, so that means only Endelin left, huh?
Yep.
Oh, very good.
Paying a target on that one. I'm pointing in that direction.
Oh, so I suppose you're going to be wanting to go to Yan then, right?
Yes,
That's
please.
right.
All right, you hear that, tavern? We're going to Yan. And you hear a creak. You can't feel the inn actually move at all. But you hear a and the sound of like water sloshing from outside, and then the
And the inn only is completely
inside is completely
stable.
Inertia dampening systems.
Like a
Yeah,
great
that's-
carriage.
It's the best.
It's got Cadillac suspension.
Cadillac. Very sweet.
I remember seeing the TV commercials where they're running a car across the bumps, and the car stays stable, but the wheels go like that.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
I'd like
Remember
to see the Wandering Inn enter a low riding competition. Is that possible?
that? Mm.
That happen.
I
I want to see what the trucks can really do.
I'm gonna say
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, it can move. Let's bet on it. Such a
Well,
good
those
idea.
adventurers didn't know what they gotten up to.
Wild Drift.
There you go.
They're about to be in a heap of trouble.
what is for dinner?
The swamp slide, right? Okay. So dinner.
Yeah. So we have some mushroom stew. We have venison. We have a specialty from my homeland. I have ramen. I made.
So exciting.
Yeah.
Throw some mushrooms in the ramen with a tiny little bit of venison, and you got a deal.
He says, "Oh, you sound like you know your way around the kitchen, cutie."
I
She
do.
does.
Oh,
Shove.
Yeah.
so
Stew meets stew. Stew meets stew. Shove.
Mm.
we have similar name. Oh, what coincidence? So
It was faded.
she
You
says,
don't
"Well,"
get it flirt on.
she says, "You thinking of retiring from adventuring anytime?"
As soon as I can find my way out of this place. I don't know, though. This place is sufficiently weird.
Oh, weird is good. Keeps you young.
That's true.
So you guys hang out in Sue's establishment and are able to get another long rest. Was there anything that you wanted to do while you're getting a long rest? Like any preparations you're doing or studying any additional stuff?
I'll play my flute some more and practice that.
They after a while, everyone sort of ushers you off to a little corner where you can practice in peace.
Your seductive flute.
I want to be able to use it before the campaign's over with.
What was that doing? Again?
It was the Pipes of Haunting.
Oh yeah. The scary flute.
Yeah.
Not to be mistaken for the skin flute.
I knew somebody was going to say that. I was going to. I'm like, no, that's low-hanging fruit.
Benito is definitely the kind of guy that would learn jazz flute.
If your flute is low hanging, you may need to see a doctor.
Or you may just be old.
Or that. In which case, you're probably already somewhere. Okay.
See, this is mine.
I don't want to see your... Oh.
No, there's my
The waifu?
my wife
very
and
nice.
dog.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Oh, so much cute in one picture.
it is cute.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Okay. Sorry.
I'll use some spell slots to cast understand language. I think it's called. Hold on.
Comprehend
Okie
language.
dokie.
Comprehend languages, yes. And then I'm gonna study those books a little more.
Okay. So, was there one in particular that you're looking for?
Yeah, I want to start cracking in on like the subtleties of the hospitality rules because I feel like that's going to be really important.
Okay.
Like, are there any
So-
like loopholes I should learn about, or like anything that might be handy?
Excuse
Okay.
me.
Let me find this here.
Is Sue capable of identifying things for us?
That's a very good question.
Yeah, she says, "Oh, you got such good customers, and you do us favors getting rid of all these witches. It's the least I can do."
All right, cool.
So she says, "What you got for me?"
Oh, you want to finish up with him before I go?
Oh yeah. So, so you're used to the workings of the bag of holding at this point, where you have to like
Think of what you want.
think of what it is you want to retrieve from it.
Don't make her forget.
No. So the thing is, you think on wanting to retrieve the 3 rules to rule by, and you remove the book from the bag of holding, and it immediately dissolves into ash in your hand.
Oh, no.
Because
No,
we're
no,
not-
What did I do wrong?
I'm not smart, but part of me thinks maybe it's because we're not in Thither anymore. Because this belongs in Granny Nightshade's house, and you know, my papa's read me stories.
I checked my poison cookbook, which I would not have put in the bag.
So the potion cookbook is still intact.
The potion, yeah. Okay.
The cookbooks all seem to be fine.
I reached for the one about the dresses.
Okay, you remove the book of dresses from it. The queen's gowns crumbles into dust when you pull it out.
No!
You'll never be up on that fashion.
I'm like Pip is like agape, it's looking at like the pile of ashes that used to be the book that like Pickle took out.
This is why I thought it was unfortunate that no one could cast detect magic. So
I've got the lantern on me. Does it still in one piece, or is it crumbled into ashes?
the lantern is fine.
Okay.
It might just be books. Yeah.
Or was all books? Or
So, you guys put your heads together. Give me some art. Roll your favorite of Arcana, or History. Checks.
You don't want me rolling any of those. Just saying.
I got 16 for Arcana.
They're both the same.
Hey, you never know. 20 is still a 20.
So Pip did Arcana, I'll do History.
Okay.
14 plus 1 is a 15.
Where is it? There it is.
What did you do?
20.
I'm doing it roll 20. Ooh.
That's why you don't use roll 20.
Well, these didn't help me
See,
make better
that's-
last time.
So Sue is going to assist as well. Let's see how she does.
They knew.
Yeah, kind of middling. What'd you get?
4!
So,
Can we
You guys-
add all of ours together?
no. So you guys put your heads together, and the best.
Lena got 19.
Oh, Valena got 19? Okay. So, Valena, based off of your, you recall that she had some sort of enchantment that she had applied to that root that was cut, that you determined was cut from the shambling mound and used to control it. So, clearly, along with how ancient she was and how she sort of crumbled to dust once and decrepitude once she killed, you suspect that this might be some sort of a curse that she put on stuff because she was a very spiteful person. So you're wondering if this is some sort of enchantment, because there were 2 books from the 11 volume set that were missing. You're wondering if maybe this is some sort of a curse that she put on her library to prevent people from being able to steal stuff.
Kind of a ward of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Rude.
And Sue, she casts detect magic, and she's looking at the ashes of the books as they're sort of
Who's going to sweep this
blown
up?
away, and she says, "Oh yeah, looks like there was some jabberation magic on these."
Abjuration.
Yeah, that.
That's
There
what
was
she
some
did.
There was some jabberation magic on these. It's gone now. It's fading fast, but I bet that's what was going on. That mean old witch probably put a curse on these.
Rude.
Are all of them gone, or
Just the 2.
Well, you haven't tried removing any of the others from the bag yet, because you
We
put them
lost
in
the
the bag
3
inside while you were still inside of her study.
Yeah, we put them in the bag. That's where I went to get them because they were in
Yeah.
there. Yeah.
Pip, you'll have to go in there to read them.
So just
We lost the
professionally.
3 rules to rule by, and we lost the book about the gowns.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sad. Was it just taking them out of the bag? that
Yeah.
did it?
Your check pretty much confirmed that she cursed all the books that she had in her library.
Yeah,
So
so
they got stolen.
Yeah, so pretty much if they're removed from her study, then the curse the abjuration that she put on them causes them to crumble to ash.
I wonder if with the rest of them, if we go back, maybe I could try to remove the magic that's beholden to them.
Oh, we can't go back, Valena. We've worked so hard to get all the way here, and we're already on our way. Maybe this is something that we deal with later.
I'm sorry, Pip.
I don't think the books are gonna come back, even if we
Well, I was hoping that maybe we could save some of them.
Well, I think they're still in the bag. Maybe if they stay in there, they'll be fine for now, and we can find a way to, at least salvage what we have.
Well, we can also decide which one we don't care if it does crumble to dust, and see later if that, if they're still hecked.
I suppose. I don't think anything's changed, though, Nightshade's dead, and the books are still cursed, so...
Well, maybe after we finish all the things and stuff, we can go back and then take them out the bag, starting with the one we don't like the most.
Maybe we could find someone to cast a spell on the books to get... If they are cursed, we could... There's spells to remove the curse, right? Certainly.
Yeah, but we'd
Or
still have to...
Or something?
Yeah. I'm just saying we'd still probably have to go back and take them out in her, house, so that we could take them out so that they could get unhexed.
Well, can we go into the bag?
No.
I wouldn't go in there, Master Benito. It might be dangerous.
And maybe I've heard, I don't know if it's true, I've heard you can only really go in there for like 10 minutes before you'd run out of air and,
That might be long enough to remove a curse.
Do you have the ability to remove a curse?
No, I'm just saying if we find somebody here to remove the curse. They can go in, remove the curse, bring them out.
As long as they don't have anything on them that's going to make everything go kablooey.
I'm actually... What I'll do next, I'm going to try something real fast. And I'm going to reach into the bag, and I'm just going to think about one of the volumes. But I'm not going to pull it out of the bag. I'm just going to keep my hand in there and see if I can touch it while it's still in the bag.
So...
That's the magic of television that sells things to you.
Alright, so you kind of... Hey guys, would you chill?
That's alright. Alright, gravity check.
He threw it on the ground.
Why didn't we
Still functional.
Alright. So is there a particular book that you're contemplating?
Yeah, one of the volumes. I'm just going to pick, the 5th volume of the encyclopedia collection.
Alright, so you think of the fifth volume of the Tales from the Glowing Court, and you can feel it in your hand, and you're just holding it in your hand in the bag, and it feels like it's remaining stable while it's in the bag.
Okay, I'm going to let go of it.
Okay, you let go of it.
Okay, so as long as we keep it in the bag, it seems like it's stable, but if we take it out to look at it, then it might be problematic. So it might be possible to cast spells on it just by thinking about it and then keeping it in the bag.
Maybe.
It's still an experimental process, but it's something.
It's worth a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be okay, right, Pickle?
Yeah. And maybe we can find new copies of the ones that kind of got all crumbly.
I mean, surely those weren't the only copies of possibly very important knowledge that could have helped us. Surely
I don't
not,
know how
right?
dresses is important, but the rules one, come on, you don't just make one rule book for the entire Feywild. Just saying.
Miss Pickle, everything in the Feywild is important, especially dresses.
Okay.
We don't know what could be important in these books.
Jeez, don't bite my head off.
I'm sorry. This is just
It's a different kind of book.
It's just a very. I just wasn't prepared for that. It's very upsetting. I apologize. I didn't mean to snap at you, Miss Pickle.
I'm going to be reading my potions book.
The dressy book. I'm sorry.
I got a book.
Oh,
He does.
I'm sure we'll find another dress book, Pickle. Miss Pickle. It'll be fine.
The dresses were
Me-
quite lovely, though, weren't they?
They were. It's a shame.
Maybe we can ask what's her noodle when we save her. Like the Queen Lady.
Possibly.
We could write our own stories.
That
Oh, I
too.
like that idea.
Yeah. I like that. We can do that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not me. I'm not good at writing stories, but you guys can do it.
Perhaps
I believe.
we can write stories of all the gowns and dresses that we see as we travel.
That would be nice. Do you like
Oh
that?
my god. What about the ones in the Bullywug?
They're all very strange and wonderful at the same time. It would certainly be a great memento when we return home.
I can draw pictures. No, I can't draw pictures. I can try to draw pictures.
You can always.
It'll be like Shippo's coloring book in Inuyasha. Not coloring book. His cat storytelling of chronicling of
You know what? Hold on a minute. He is going to. Pip's going to take a finger and just point at his own head, like at his temple, and then he's going to quickly draw like a thin white strand out to his finger, and I'll say, "This is a copy of what we saw in that book." I'll keep it with.
What ability is that again?
Yeah, that's encode thoughts. That's a cantrip.
Really?
Yep. Hold on.
Do that someplace else, would you?
There we go.
That's like out of Harry Potter, right?
Oh,
Yeah, like the
and see.
what's it called? The pensive, right? Yeah. It's a little bit like that, I guess.
Okay, I'm not familiar with any Harry Potter stuff, so I don't know what that is. But
You basically save memories for later.
Reading.
Like you don't remove them from yourself, but you just just
It's like
hey.
copy. Yeah. And then you put it out there so that other people can look at it.
Yep,
Okay.
you put it in a jar, and when you want to look at it, you put it in a bowl.
Yep.
Just-
It's not like what the other Harangon were doing, where they were just taking people's memories. It's just a copy. I can't post it. It won't let me post it in. Oh wait, you know what? I think that might be because I'm. No, this is.
That's fine.
I don't know what's going on with Roll 20 and D&D Beyond, but it won't let me post the spell information in the chat. No. Oh, well.
You could post it in. Can you post it in Discord?
Yeah. Hold on. It actually directly says that you have to put a finger to your head in the spell description, so that's.
And you did.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So, and that's just trying to remember all that stuff, right?
It's the memory of what they did look through.
Right.
Yeah. Of course, memories aren't perfect things. It's fading along the edges, and it might be a little different than what it actually looks like, but it'll be good enough. Maybe.
Okay. Cool. I mean, I don't know that you have necessarily photographic memory of the whole book.
No,
but-
definitely not. The memories aren't perfect. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe like the blurbs on the back cover of the of the book or whatever, the foreword, as you will.
What?
Maybe the table of contents.
It's like a really bad stable diffusion of what a dress might look like.
Oh no. So it's got like 3 sleeves and.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
There's like a weird ribbon coming out of the neckline that shouldn't belong there. Yeah.
So, like in
Stable
Sleeping
diffusion.
Beauty when they were trying to first
AIR
make the dress
program.
without magic.
An AIR program.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, so you pull that out of your noggin, and let's see. Anything else you guys are doing during the long rest?
She can detect magic or identify items, right? Sue? Can identify items?
She can help you with that. Yeah.
All right, so there's a couple of things on there we don't know yet, so I will ask her about those items.
Like the fancy shoes.
But we know what the fancy shoes are.
Out of character, we know what they are.
Do we even care? I knew what those were.
No, you guys identified those during your previous
Oh,
rest.
okay.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, we know
Alright.
what they are.
But what we don't know is the. Do we know that one? We have a necklace with an eyeball that radiates divination magic.
Oh, when she sees that, she's like, oh, get that out, go, throw it out.
What is it?
It's the witch's eye. It's the coven eye. Get that out of here. No, that's bad. She smacks it out of your hand and starts stomping on it with her foot. She
I
says,
don't think it can break magic stuff.
she says, I will certainly try. And
I can.
Hold on. I'll check it. Where's the door?
Yes.
You open the door and give me a dexterity saving throw.
jeez.
Oh no.
Don't fall out.
Saving throw, you said?
Yes.
9.
Can I
You-
intercede?
You feel seasick because outside you see the land like lurching this way and that as this thing is like tramping along, and you just get like a huge like wave of vertigo hits you.
I'm gonna
I'm going to grab for her.
All right, I will let one other person in the group make a reflex save to grab
dexterity.
I've got the. Well, this is not a damage thing, but
Saving
that
throw.
interception.
With the check or
Landon,
saving
can you
throw?
shut that light out, the right hand light switch.
Yes, please.
I'm getting blinded here.
This one?
Yes, thank you.
Dexterity.
Check or saving throw?
Oh, where is it? Quit
You can,
popping that thing
if
up
you
there.
prefer, if you prefer, you can make an athletics check.
Okay, I can do that. You got +7.
Okay, there you are. Jesus.
14 plus 7.
All right, so you notice short stack. She's turning more green than usual when she opens the door,
What did you roll?
and you can,
I had wrong.
since you're further back in the room, it's a much smaller field of view, so it's not quite as
Mhm.
overwhelming, and you're like, oh yeah, she's about to go down. That's not good. You're used to being on ships and whatnot from your days in the armed forces. So you rush forward and just like grab her by the collar to steady her.
What collar?
Oh, you're wearing like a halter or something like that, I think.
Yeah, I
You
think
grab it
no.
over it, you grab it.
Yeah. You know, so you grab her by the back of her collar, and she just like yeet, and she just throws the hag eye out, and it plops into the swamp, and where it splashes down, you just see the water there just start seething and bubbling. It looks like kind of like a black inky mass just bubbling up from in the water where it sank.
Well, depending on what it saw on the way down, someone might know we're coming.
Well, that was interesting. How about?
She says, why don't you guys check stuff out before you take it?
What's the fun of that?
don't have a way to check it.
Are you right?
She says, why you guys don't have wizard?
Oh.
Are you alright, my dear?
Youth is so reckless these days.
I'm gonna give her a little bit of water. Here.
You know, it'd be handy as if we had some sort of magic wand we could pass over something, and if it was magical, it just glowed.
Yeah, that would be handy for sure.
Alright, I have one more thing. This feather, this quill that has endless red ink. Do you know what this is?
Yes, this is definitely a quill that has endless red ink, but it fades to sepia once it dries.
Yes, we knew that. Thank
Is
you.
it like blood?
No, it's red ink.
Okay, good, because that would be creepy.
Alright,
It's
now.
It's pretty cool.
You should draw a picture of a bird.
We have a false eye of solid gold.
Oh,
There's eye of minus.
this is Ersat's eye. If you get one of your eyes poked out, you can stick this in and you'll be able to see. But this one's strange. It says, this eye only sees up close. Be good work if you're a tailor.
That's.
Or a jeweler.
Or a
Well,
jeweler.
you never know. We'll hold on to it, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that'll give headache though, because one eye you see normal, the other side I see close up.
You'd need some special specs for that.
You need a.
Could this be
Patch.
mounted in
Pirate's
specs,
patch.
or is it have to
Like
be?
a monocle.
No, well, Ersat's eye has to go in the eye socket. I don't know. I mean, you could.
Okay, just when we try it
it
out.
does- There's no hole in the back.
Okay, got it.
Stick it in your forehead. No, I'm
Not
kidding.
doing that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
But if you want to open third eye, we stop and you do that outside.
Yeah, since that's too weird. No.
Well, thank you,
No.
sir. I believe that's everything I had a question about.
Everything.
Oh man.
What else is there?
That was everything in this bag, I believe.
Nope.
Anybody else have any more questions?
Hold it. Notes.
Yeah,
notes.
Yeah, I'm looking through the notes. Hold on.
Oh.
Oh, the wiggle thing.
The front toad.
The
No.
wiggly branch, the
The
living root.
The living root that was used as a bookmark. I thought we were.
So you guys you guys show her the living root that that you had found inside one of the cookbooks, and it's when she takes it out and looks at it now, it seems to be like stiff and kind of like dead wood at this point. It doesn't have any of the.
It was in the bag of
It
holding.
doesn't
It
have any.
died.
It doesn't have any. It seemed to have any of the semblance of life
It
that it
did.
did before.
Probably
And she
should have
said-
stopped and used it before we left.
You can't put
She let me give her a nature check.
You can't put a
Because
live
she's
stuff
also
in the
she
bag
is
of
also a
holding.
druid. She's also a druid.
Druid.
She says, yeah, she's druid, lewd, crass, and crude. She says, this looks like it was cutting made of living plant creature, probably used to control it, but it's gone too far now. It's like a branch. Now it's like a branch that's been cut off. It doesn't have any life left in it.
We can
Darn.
throw that away. We'll
We'll
burn it.
discard that as well.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's like it's just like regular root now.
Can put it in the fire?
Yeah, we could put in fire. I wouldn't eat it.
Nah.
All right.
Ooh,
Go
there
plant it somewhere.
is a skull.
Oh, this skull?
Yeah.
It's shiny dome.
Are you talking about Robert's skull?
Yes.
Yeah.
Dead Bob.
Yeah. So
Think about Bob.
he says, I'm getting a sense of a life of valor and chivalries.
That's not Bob.
I see. Oh, the music's gonna do that. Wrong music. She says, seems like a very chivalrous individual in life. What a sorry state he reduced to. Now he just shine light out of eyes and nose and mouth.
But he looks cool.
It looks very cool. These runes on it say Sir Robert.
Bob. No. Bob. You can call it Bob.
Sir
Oh.
Robert.
Sir Bobbert?
Sir Bob?
Yeah.
I think Sir Robert sounds more majestic.
Yeah, but it's a mouthful. And also, at least I think Bob is supposed to be short for Robert. Anyway. But anyway.
Oh, Bobbert.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, it's creepy, but you do you.
What's it do though? What's it do?
She like turns it and right at you, and it's shining light in your face. She says, "That's what it do." It says someone cast continual flame inside it. What do you want?
Is it hot? Is it warm?
No, it's continual flame.
But what if I got
It does not give off any heat. It's just light.
What he said.
It's just a torch.
It's torch, but make no heat. But don't go out.
Have night. I have night. Who was it in the group that was afraid of the dark?
I don't think we had anybody in our group that was afraid of the dark.
I don't. It doesn't ring any bells for me.
Oh no, that was.
What was that?
Was that Strahd campaign?
Maybe.
Someone was afraid of the dark.
Someone that could easily have been afraid of the dark.
It was Brian's character.
Oh, somebody the lesser Ismark.
Ismark
the lesser.
Ismark the lesser. Yeah, I think he was afraid of the dark.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No, wait, was it him? It was someone that could cast light
I'm
with
still
their
reading
sword.
my book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's got instruction in here on how to make all sorts of useful potions. So any of the common or uncommon potions in the DMG, it's got
Chapter 1,
instructions.
item 1, probably something like this: healing. I'm looking for anything for healing. You know.
Well, so what I would do
Thinking of the wrong
is
campaign and wrong group
before
of
the
friends.
next.
It's okay.
Well, wait a second.
Where's my DMG? Is there in here anywhere? That's the player's handbook.
Yep, I was thinking my Sunday group.
Yeah, if you want to read through the rules on magic item creation, I don't want to do that right now because I'm slow reader. So but you basically have like two. You basically had like 2 whole days here, where if you wanted, you could have used like 2 days basically towards crafting.
I bet it has to do with into some sort of intelligence check or something like that. So I'm going to kind of keep that in the bag, so to speak. Okay, not the bag, but
In your back pocket.
in my backpack and whatnot, and be doing that as just casual reading until I can get my wisdom score up.
Hey, we can see.
Or intelligence, whichever is most out.
Okay.
We can see if Sue needs any of the extra foodie stuffs that we don't need or want.
I didn't take much extra.
I mean, we put it all in the bag.
Oh, you put all the stuff in the bag.
Pickle put everything in the bag.
I got about 10 pounds in my backpack. That's it.
So you still got the whole barrel full of pickles.
Oh, that's I bet
she would love to have a barrel of pickles.
Punk.
She says, "Oh, we'll just consider this payment for your lodging. How about that?"
Anything else you
Roll
want?
out the barrel.
She says, "Oh, look at all these mushrooms you have in here. She says, I don't care for elder cap. Maybe if you find younger cap, but not. I don't want no elder cap."
You like the young ones, do you?
No, none of that.
Butterfly saddles, elder cap, executioner's hood.
Ooh, prickle noggins.
I mean, I think you're still technically
Fashionable
younger.
hats for pixies.
Butterfly saddles. Oh.
It's a butter substitute.
Yes, very good.
I don't know why I know these things. I just do.
Are you going to use the butterfly saddles?
I would have already scarfed some of the butterfly saddles. I
It's
want
fake
to take
butter.
everything.
So when I was a young lad,
So
I used to leave bite marks and sticks of butter because I thought it was tasty.
Oh,
my older sister used to just take spoonfuls of it.
I use butter exclusively in my cooking. It's like you bring margarine into my house, I'll immediately throw it away.
Margarine is what I was raised on, and I was like living on my own before I discovered butter, and it's like really, why did we ever use this?
Well, people thought it was healthier.
Yeah, people thought it was healthier because they trusted chemists. Nobody trusts chemists, right, Emmett?
Well, my Aunt Laverne.
I'm not a chemist. Look at me. Look at John. All right, he ain't here.
I learned.
We're not talking about nothing. All right.
Yeah.
I got no stake in this fight.
Mm-hmm.
We use butter for cooking, but we use margarine on the bread and stuff like that.
Everyone knows that biology is basically just chemistry.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All right.
What, do we need to duck and cover?
No, it's fine.
Sorry, I got us off on track again.
Shots are getting fired.
But yeah, anything that he doesn't want, she can
Are we there
have.
yet?
I was like,
Yeah, are we there yet?
For the
You guys eventually get tired.
Velena's got something.
Oh, what's happening?
Velena's gonna seek out some little forest critters And then she's gonna take out her flute and she's gonna try to play a little tune for them, like a little
She
jolly
can
tune.
give them the little hats.
Oh, okay. So there is like a little balcony up on the second floor, and if you want, you could sit out there and play to like the birds and swamp critters that live in here.
Wait a second. I hear Lynn up there playing the flute, so I am going to go up there and ask her if she can give me any tips. And, my dear, can you teach me give me any lessons on how to play this flute?
She pauses and looks down at it. Oh, well, it's simple. You just put it towards your chin, and you blow. You don't want to blow too hard because then it'll make too harsh of a sound. But you want to blow very gently, and then you utilize these little nodules here to change your tune.
That
She
sounds
just
familiar.
demonstrates with like a little like like a little.
I think I can handle that.
I mean, we did have a night of sultry flute music by the campfire.
He's attempting. He is trying. So he's going to attempt to play
well on that.
I'm going to attempt to play with her.
All right, give me a performance check to see how you do.
All right.
It is a charisma-based skill, so you should be incapable of not entirely sucking.
I want to be able to learn up.
I am Valena is proficient with the flute as well in terms of her tools, so she should be.
Performance +7.
Mm.
All right. So a 9 + 7, so 16.
Not bad. Yeah, he seems to be a quick study, and he's able to accompany you. Now the music coming out of his flute is kind of creepy sounding though. It sends chills down your spine.
Well, that kind of
He's playing like a minor key without realizing it.
Yes. Playing Kiss the Girl in minor key.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so everything.
You don't want to play that note. That'll scare away the little critters. Here.
Well, it seems that the bats seem to like it.
I hear know what sleep token is. No, all right, never mind.
Sleep token.
Sleep token is a band.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there's this guy that does like songs in minor keys, and one of the first ones I ever heard him do was "Kiss the Girl" from Little Mermaid, and it was like, this sounds amazing.
So was it kind of like a creepy? But all right, I gotta check that out. That
Like, he does a lot. Like he even did like Whitney Houston, "I Will Always Love You," and like he did. There's got a whole series of minor key songs.
Do it like that.
I don't know.
Yes, that's perfect.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'll find a link, y'all.
Yes.
He's amazing.
So he does a typo negative rendition of pretty much everything he plays.
Yay!
Nice.
Summer dreams makes me feel real.
Oh, no, I really wish Jake were here.
Yeah.
I love typing.
That's perfect. All right. So that's what we're doing. And does he learn anything?
We will say that you are 1/3 of the way to becoming proficient in playing.
This is like the third time at least he's practiced this thing.
Oh, this is
Is
the same
it?
guy that did the
No.
kitchen covers.
Okay, we'll say that you are 2/3 of the way
All
to
right.
being proficient. We have to leave something for the next chapter.
All right. And Melinda, thank you. I think I've actually learned something.
Oh, I'm glad. Though you'll probably want to work with your finger work there, but I'll be happy to teach you.
I would be happy to practice my finger work with you.
Completely goes over her head, by the way. So
I'll be down
I was
here.
waiting for it.
As Benito walks back downstairs, he practically runs into Pip, like in the stairwell. Oh, I'm sorry, Master Benito.
I was just wondering if it was done which one of you two was going to be.
Oh no, Aaron's down. Oh no, we lost Aaron.
no!
That's it. That quit.
Oh.
I'll go ahead and say thank you, and I wish you a good night.
I actually need to take another bite now.
All right.
I'm gonna pause while I go. Yeah.
Right, guys, she just went to go grab
Already.
the rookies.
Oh right.
All right, Hither. We're making our way across.
Yes, we are making our way across Hither. So after Benito finishes playing with his flute and
Believer.
and bouncing off Pip's buns. He heads back downstairs, and you guys continue your long rest in the tavern overnight. When morning rolls around, you find yourselves on the opposite side of Hither, by some gray, craggy mountains and the footings of the towering causeway that leads, now broken in several places, leads from the Palace of Heart's Desire and into Yan. And the tavern is basically at the foot of it now. Wrong window. There we go. Here we are. No, wrong window. Oh, wait. That way. Yes, so you find yourselves over here on the far side of Downfall. And one of the people who hitched a ride with you as you returned was Margot Robin, the Bullywood pilot. Because she wanted to get back to her people in Downfall and see how they were doing. Downfall seems like a much hoppier place now.
Much hoppier.
Much hop. The frogs people in Bullywoods are much hoppier than they were before.
I was making beer.
The way they're burping, maybe.
Okay, so we're here.
That'd be super happy.
Now,
River.
how do we get up on this thing?
So as you're looking at it, you notice that there's a massive wheel at the bottom and a pair of and a chain that leads up out of sight into the clouds above. And there's a big crank on the side of it. It looks like it might have counterweights or something involved with that. But give me an investigation check.
This looks like siege engine stuff. 8
Plus
9.
So you're looking at this, and it looks like there's a fair amount of rust and whatnot on it. It looks like it might take some real effort to get this thing working again. And as you're contemplating how you're going to get this operational, so you get from Hither into Yan, you hear a squeaky voice from behind you say, "Oh, this is where I come in." He's like, "I got this, guys." And Squirt comes bounding up behind you, and he says, "This is how I'm going to guide you into Yan." And he hops up on this big, huge wheel and begins jumping all over the place and oiling it and whatnot. And like he kicks it a few times as best an oil can. And after a few minutes of him just like giving this thing the once over, he says, "Observe," and he presses on a lever on one side of it, and it goes smoothly down like. And once it does, the wheel begins turning over and over, and the chain clinking up and down as it goes. And from up above, you see this massive metal platform descend from above until it alights on the ground with a solid boom right next to you, and with a loud. A pair of gates on the front of it open wide to embrace ye.
Very impressive, little Squirt.
He says, "That's what you keep me around for."
Absolutely.
I love it so much.
It's handy. So as we get on this thing, I'm like, I have a bad feeling that we're going to be like bait on a string.
All right, so
I'm going to have my little crossbow and be.
I'm imagining the way this looks. So it's we're going up to the top of the bridge is what we're going up to, and the top of the bridge is obscured by clouds.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this looks like it's a much taller causeway than the one that you guys appeared on when you first entered the Feywild. So he says, "All right, going up," and he hops onto a different lever, and there's a loud ting, and it begins to reverse course. And as it's going up, you see this large, massive, looks like a house-sized piece of like stone or concrete or something lowering down the other side as this thing begins going back up with the aid of this massive counterweight. So as you're going up, let me have some perception checks.
Everybody?
Yes.
14 plus 4 is 18.
6.
23.
15.
Okay. As you're going up, you notice circling about at various intervals are these large winged creatures that have sharp talons, and they look like they've got like horns or antlers or something that you can see protruding from heads, but they seem to be circling around somewhere far above.
Survival and know what they are, or nature?
You can make a nature check.
I know what they are, but my guy didn't know what they are.
Do they look friendly?
Okay, Razir.
Flying antlers and claws. I don't know. It kind of looks kind
Friendly
of funny.
scavengers.
So friendly, so very good.
Is there any bits of gore hanging off the antlers?
From here, you cannot tell.
I guess we'll.
Zalric is going to make who is still here, is completely not silent the whole time in John's absence, is going to make a survival check.
I got good on survival.
Yeah, and he says, "Oh, I think we should probably try and make ourselves blend into the background a bit, so don't stick out quite so much on this loud piece of equipment that we're riding."
No. Would it help if I cast darkness on this?
I mean, it certainly couldn't hurt.
Sure, I'll shroud us in darkness.
But you don't know, it could hurt.
Oh god.
All right.
Table.
So suddenly, all else around you fades to black, and you're just in this inky blackness that's squeaking ever upward, and the air becomes cooler and cooler as you ascend, until finally there's a loud, and the platform does not move any further.
No, I can see, so what do I see?
So you see that you are now at the level of the top of this tall causeway. In one direction, and in the distance, you can see this tall, like Disney princess-style castle across the broken causeway. And then in the opposite direction, the bridge that's still intact on this side that you guys have come up on leads further into this land full of towering mountains and rocky crags from which lightning keeps flashing down and striking these massive brass or bronze sculptures that dot the landscape.
You guys can't see this because it's pretty awesome.
I thought I had a monocle or something.
The creatures that were flying
You do
around,
have
are
a
they paying any
monocle.
attention
I
to us
think I
now?
can
Are
see
they still
them.
there? They gone off?
It looks like their attention is elsewhere. In the distance, it's kind of hard to see in the distance, but you get sight of what almost looks like some tall, narrow mesas in the distance, and you thought you saw a figure like climbing one of them, and they seem to be harassing that figure.
Does these monocles magic though?
And for a moment, after the figure reaches the top, you see a brilliant flame erupt from the top of one of these pillars. But after about a minute or after a few moments, these creatures like dive bomb the light, and the flame is extinguished.
And the creatures, do they survive this dive bombing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and he asked a question. He has a monocle. Can the monocle see that?
Didn't I have that? It was in.
I remember the monocle you're thinking of. It makes everything look green.
Okay.
If it's the one that I'm thinking of, it makes, when you look through it, if it's the one I'm thinking of, it makes everything look green.
I thought I could see in the dark.
Yeah.
Like night vision, or
It's like
no,
that.
just green. The one I'm thinking of just made everything look green.
Where do I
There's a
see
piece
that?
of-
And why isn't it on my thing anymore?
I don't think
We'll
I-
have to
I
rewind
think
and watch
it was
it.
just. I think it was just like one of those weird.
Oh, Moonlight Monocle. Moonlight Monocle. The check detection eyewear from Trinket Bubble. Got one research said, while wearing these dark lenses, it's not a monocle, it actually looks like an owl face.
Okay.
You have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet.
Really?
If you already have dark vision, wearing your goggles increases the range by 60 feet.
What about
Really?
magic
I remember getting those. There was also a monocle. I think we might have gotten it from Melon's place, possibly, or from one of the random trinkets from like the Fae creatures.
So no,
I don't know.
There was a separate monocle that just made everything look green because it was like made of green glass.
so
That
when,
was this.
because regular
Moonlight
night vision isn't like cuts through darkness.
Even a monocle.
Yeah, no, those are a separate item from the one that I was remembering. That's a actual magic item that you gain from. Was that a Charms place where you found that? The Darkling Elder. That might have been a Charms place.
but it doesn't help you see in magical darkness. So you
Not
No.
magical. That's what I was
The only thing
reading.
that can see in magical darkness is like Devil Sight or True Sight.
Yeah. So I was just checking it just to be sure.
True sight can see in magical darkness.
Was this
Yeah.
supposed to be something
Maybe. I
other
don't
than?
remember.
No, the ones that 'cause I think you might have gotten that from a Charms shop. After
believe
you
so,
took
yes.
out that Hornet.
Yes.
That's an actual magic item. Those are real.
Okay.
The other thing I was thinking of was like one of those weird little Fae trinkets.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a separate thing. I forget who has
Right.
that.
I don't think anyone has that.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe it was on the
Well,
list of
If
things.
we find, everybody keep an eye out for a scroll of true sight because that does see in magical darkness. That would be
Or
super
Someone
useful.
can learn how to
This
cast
would be
that
just
spell
handy
from
for
the-
standing watching, like that sort of thing.
I don't think
Sorry.
anyone in our group would be able to learn how to cast that one.
All right.
But anyway,
So we're at the top of the lift, and before we stumble and fall and walk off into the abyss, can we lift the magical darkness a little bit?
yeah, it seems like those creatures have moved on, so I will dispel the magical darkness.
All right.
Who's touching me?
Probably your mom.
It was like on all fours trying to navigate. Oh, okay.
It wasn't me that time. I
How do
promise.
you know?
Okay. Oh, so
Because you can see.
this time, where is the party star gotten to?
All the way to the right.
Let me find the party star. PCs. Party star. Party.
There's one already on the map, Mike.
Wait, what?
Yeah, now there's two.
There's two?
If you scroll all the way to the right, you'll see the other one.
Oh, what is this?
What the hell? So much. Alright, fine. Get that way.
All right.
What
So
was that?
I see it now. Very good. Alright, so you put... What? Why are you laughing at me?
so here's the
Not
crossway
you.
that we're up to.
Not at you.
My feeling is still hurt.
Oh, one of them?
One of them. I can only have one feeling at a time.
Yeah. It's not
Right,
very
right.
Mwah.
Alright, so you find yourselves on a tall, narrow causeway. Actually, it's not too narrow. The causeway is about 10 feet wide.
Okay.
Very high up in the air. It does have substantial railings on the sides of it. The balustrades along the sides are about like 2 feet wide.
And that's off of the Great Big Bridge.
This is the Great Big.
This is Great Big Bridge.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and it's leading further into the mountains that you're coming upon.
All right.
So I'm assuming that you wish to proceed in a forward-like fashion.
How high are the sides?
The railings on the sides, they're about 3.5 feet high.
I feel like I should have left the
And,
magical darkness up.
The banisters after every section of them, those banisters are about like 4.5 feet high.
Do have
Stone,
the ever
wood,
smoking
stone.
bottle.
Okay.
We will proceed in a straight line so that lightning bolt gets the maximum effect on all of us.
Do I still have my grappling hook, or did I lose it?
You're what?
I don't remember.
You still have it.
I still have it.
I didn't know.
The ever smoking
Awesome.
bottle? The ever smoking bong?
Get your mind out of 420.
Okay. So you guys proceed in a westerly fashion. Fashionable.
Sure, let's do that.
And as you go, you see some figures at the end of the bridge.
Oh no.
Figures. Oh,
That was unintentional?
that was unintentional. That was so intentional. Figures.
Do the figure see us?
So you see two figures standing on an outcrop of walk. Yes,
They're gonna be cooked.
maybe.
So it's we already
Wow.
ran into someone
I don't wanna
bathing
hear
in
the
butter in
word
a
walk
frying
around
pan.
here. Anything that ends in walk, I don't want to hear about.
Waka waka waka.
What about
I'm
Ewoks?
saying like Jabberwock, but don't say it 3 times.
Right.
Okay, I'm trying to open this
What
image.
times?
Exactly.
Why will this image not open? Open image in new tab. Go. All right. So you see some very suspicious looking figure at the end of the bridge. You see two figures standing on an outcrop of rock outlined against a stormy sky. One is a slender female elf wearing a crescent moon mask, and the other is a 3-foot-tall dandelion with a small rapier strapped to its stem.
I don't see an elf in that picture. I just see a
I'll have to
dandelion.
find a picture of the elf for you. A honeybee, the size of an orange, buzzes around the dandelion's bright yellow head. The elf is the first to notice you. As she points in your direction, the dandelion draws its rapier and assumes a defensive pose. The honeybee buzzes more loudly as it flies circles around the two of them.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Wait, we don't mean you any harm.
Also, you guys are cool. Like, what?
Let me see if I can find a
I'll pick up
picture
the
of this.
dandelion and blow his head.
No,
Not playing the dandelion.
he hasn't found a seed yet. You ruffian. Let's see if I can copy this into Discord, into the notes channel for you. Where is the cursor? There it is. All right, let's see if I can drag this in here. No, it didn't work. Okay. Let's see, where's my downloads folder go? I'll copy this in there.
Bum, bum, bum.
Oh no. So I guess the dandelion is Amador, and the bee is Pollinella? Or is it the other way around?
Okay, Amador and Pollinella.
Pollinella.
Let me see if I can find a picture of the elf chick.
The bee's so fuzzy. I want to cuddle it.
PCs and creatures. No, under handouts. Why is there no artwork for this person?
That makes no sense.
Power for everything else. What's the name of the elf? Or we do not know yet.
Yeah.
You do not know yet.
Yeah, so
Sure.
Named NPCs and creatures. Aha! Open image in new tab.
I need to get going, guys. I'm sorry. Fun, okay?
Alright.
Alright. See you next time.
Alright.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
I need to put my sheets in the dryer.
Okay.
Lean and blissful.
So this is the girl one that you talked to.
and we lost our druid as well.
Kelsey's still there, I think.
Kelsey's.
Yep.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I think a dandelion night is druid time.
That's a good point.
It may in fact be Druid time. So the dandelion still kind of got its rapier pointed at you guys, and it's in a defensive stance. And he says, "Halt! Who goes there?"
Hello, my good friend. It is just some travelers on our way to explore yon.
Mm-hmm. And are you performers or are you interlopers?
I'm tempted. Go ahead.
I can play the flute, and does that count?
It says, Endelyn Moongrave may have a use for you if you are a performer. It says, very suspicious. And as he says suspicious, you notice there's a huge crack of lightning from behind them striking one of the mountains. And give me perception checks.
Everybody or her?
9. I'd been looking at the map earlier about
26.
that.
26.
Sweet.
Okay,
Oh,
Milena notices when there's that giant crack of lightning, the dandelion and the bee cast shadows, but the elf, she casts no shadow.
Oh. What brings you here?
He says, well, you see, we live here and are trying to make the best of our situation.
What situation is that?
How do we know that we can trust you with information that could be used against us?
We killed the other 2 hags.
I wasn't going to
Oh,
spill it.
did you now?
Okay, go ahead. We'll do that.
Well, he sheaves his rapier and says, bully for you, my friend, bully for you. That is most impressive. So, might it be too much to hope that you're going for 3rd time's the charm?
Not too much at all. That's our whole gig.
Wow. He turns to himself and says, what good fortune has found us this day? This is wonderful. He says, you see, my lady friend Pollinella, we are helping her flee from the very nasty, very rude Cyclops, who was keeping her enslaved as one of the queens in his hives, in his apiary, as it were. And you might say that we are eloping.
Okay.
Oh, very sweet.
Yes. And in the course of our travels, harrowing escape, we crossed paths here with Gleam, who has quite the sad tale to tell herself. In fact, if you would care, my dear. And Gleam, she bows very deeply, her almost touching her forehead to the ground. She is like super flexible. She says,
nice.
She says, oh, a pleasure to meet all of you. She says,
Benito will give his best bow as well.
Says, oh, I can see that you're a man of culture. He says, well, Endelyn Moongrave has done me quite wrongly. She sort of snipped off my shadow with her magic scissors and has imprisoned my twin sister Glister. And unfortunately, well, I guess fortunately, the rules of hospitality prevent Endelyn from harming Glister, but I can still sense my dear sister's distress. We were an acrobatic duo, and we used to be star performers at the Witchlight Carnival.
We have the Witchlight Monarch with us.
Oh, hi.
Your Majesty.
Oh, hi.
Oh, she genuflects, almost seeming to bow deeper this time than before. Which you're like, how is she doing that?
Whoa.
May I ask what is? Go ahead.
You don't gotta do that.
May I ask what does it mean to have your shadow flipped?
She says, "Oh, I see you've got a. I see you've got a continual flame skull there."
Oh,
She says, "See for yourself."
yes, I see that you don't have a shadow, but what does that mean for you?
He says, "Well, it's rather depressing, really. I don't know. I just feel like I'm sort of not whole ever since I got snipped away."
All right, so you said something about Cyclops and an imprisoned sister. What's the deal with the Cyclops, and where's your sister in prison?
So the bee starts buzzing very, very excitedly about as it's explaining its situation.
Well, speak of animals going on here, Miss Druid.
Can Valetta talk to animals? Was that a yes, Kelsey?
So
You're breaking up a little bit.
Can you hear me?
There we
That's
go.
better. Okay, cool.
I've got speech of the woods, so that means beasts can understand your speech, and you gain the ability to decipher their noises and motions.
There you go.
That will work perfectly.
Like
yes. Okay, so Pollinella says, "Oh yes, everything that they said is quite true. I was being forced to work for this Cyclopean beekeeper, and he keeps my people hostage, making us work day and night in his garden, and taking our honey and using it to make his mead. A harsh life it is."
Rude.
This place is a cook's dream.
Say, honey mead?
Yes.
Sounds interesting.
How far is this Cyclops' lair, farm, garden?
So you don't actually speak bee, but I'm going to assume that Kelsey is interpreting for the rest of you
Oh,
guys.
yes.
Yep.
Says, "Oh, it's a couple ridge lines over. I'm not sure how to get there as the people feet, but
It's the people. So, as the bee flies, which direction and how long?
it starts doing this sort of rhythmic dance in the air, and Valena is able to figure out that the bee is actually explaining the directions to you with its dance, and it seems like it is somewhere to the west, which isn't super helpful since you guys just entered on the eastern side of beyond.
Oh, what?
All right. So, and the sister's being held captive by the hag.
Yes.
Where?
Oh, she's being held in Motherhorn.
Which is which direction and how far?
Oh, it's to the north. It's along the chasm bordering Thither. Let me see if I have a map to show you guys. Let me drag the party token onto the map of yon map. There we go.
You guys want to warm up on the Cyclops?
Oh, well, I guess it would help if I got the NPCs off the screen.
I missed with the elfie chip.
You go. Oh, that's right. I forgot to open up the picture.
You know,
Open
darkness
in
thing
browser.
you
No, the other
got? You know
browser.
the darkness thing you got?
The flute?
No, the
Darkness.
darkness
Oh,
film.
yeah. Oh, put it on his eye.
Oh, which one is she?
And then you attack the darkness.
Yes. She is the one.
Well, it's 20 foot, I think.
She is the one with
Oh
the.
my God, that's an old.
with
old
the-
reference.
She's
When I attack the darkness.
She's the top one.
White mask. Moon mask.
Yes, the one with moon mask. That is she.
Battery saver. Where's the battery saver?
You like plugged in?
It's right here.
Hey, look at that. That's like a level 0 problem right there.
Yeah.
What game was that from?
Level 0 of the awesome model. Is it plugged in?
Congratulations, Panda. You are now at level 0.
Okay, let me get them off the screen now that you have seen
Or there is now a level 0.
what they look like. They are looking like the trapeze artists.
15-foot radius spear.
Summoner. That's what it was.
So
Let's zoom out on this a little bit.
My stepson's played a video game called Summoner,
that sounds familiar.
and in the end, the credit scene, they had a thing about the characters from Summoner playing D&D, and it's classic stuff. 2006.
Summoner. I know that game.
Is there a barmaid? Because I want to do her.
Is that what
That one.
Oh, so you play it, you know what he's talking
That's for the whole attack.
I saw all the memes.
There's the darkness. Yeah.
You see an elf.
Oh, that's where you
I
attack the
cast
darkness comes
magic
from?
missile. What are you attacking? The darkness.
Oh, that's where that comes from.
I got the video queued up, but we'll play it later.
Okay, good. Okay, so
Oh, this one's right up my alley.
you guys have reached the end of this causeway here. And over in this area, so they were saying that the Cyclops beekeeper is somewhere over to the west, so that could be anywhere over here. It's kind of hard to say. Motherhorn, however, they indicate is pretty much due north.
Right up that twisty road.
Right up on the trail.
You know what?
Chicken butt.
Chicken butt. My stepson used to do all the time. So, have you guys been, let's go explore everything in the island before we go to the big bad, or what?
Oh yeah, I love doing that. Yeah. So I'm going to check out Cyclops.
We might find out something useful.
Yeah. What's up?
Good we gain a whole bunch of busy little allies.
Yes, exactly.
That's the point.
And the busy little XPs.
Oh, that too.
Mm-hmm.
So,
that's not too far, right? It's just right across that route. Right around that
can you
ridge.
take us to where the Cyclops is? Asking the bee or any of these people in front of us.
When you ask that, the bee sort of hides behind the dandelion's head, and Amador, the dandelion knight, speaks and says, "Oh my! Why would you want to go do a thing like that?"
So we can,
Cyclops is a bad guy, right?
He says, "Well, I don't know about that. He certainly has a temper, sure, but he brews the best meat I've ever had. It's just, I think it's somewhat, I don't like the idea of him, like, keeping my dear, sweet Helena all to himself."
The queen, you're saying that the Cyclops is keeping...
Polinella.
Are you saying the Cyclops is keeping your people enslaved?
No, Polinella's people. The bees.
Yeah.
So, Polina, is being kept prisoner by Cyclops?
No, her people are being kept prisoner by the Cyclops. So I am
For their
going
honey.
to ask through Valena if there's anything that Polinella would give us for freeing her people from Cyclops.
No bees, no honey, no
A solid
meat.
high five?
That's all I find.
Yeah.
Well, we got to ask for someone.
So what's more important to you? Honey mead or freebies?
Freebies.
Wow.
Just saying, those may be your in-laws.
Or
So he may
there's
not be
the
up
thought.
for it.
I mean, with this
Nothing.
this
Give you.
Cyclops is a farmer and a beekeeper. Doesn't sound like he's your average, bumblebutt. It's like maybe this guy could be an ally.
It's true. Maybe we ally with the Cyclops
I
instead of
want
the
to
bees.
pet the fuzzy bee.
So yeah, I will ask through Valena if is there anything they'd give us for bringing the people.
She explains to Valena, well, bees don't really have a lot, but other than honey and being able to help flowers
We're planning on doing
propagate
something.
whatnot.
Well, we're planning on doing something about this witch in charge of this realm. Is there any assistance you can give us in regards to that?
So when you ask that question, the bee looks somewhat confused by the question and the implications. Amador and Gleam, however, turn to one another and talk for a bit. They say, well, we do have information that might prove itself useful to you. Now, I'm not sure what you and your other guides, he indicates Squirt and Clapperclaw. He says, I'm not sure what you and your other guides have heard, however, but I myself would be capable of guiding you to the Palace of Heart's Desire if you're able to aid us in overthrowing Indolin Moongrave.
Heck yeah.
And Gleam explains, she says, while we were in prison, I learned that Indolin believes her own demise will occur during an eclipse. But as you can see, there's no moon, no sky, no stars here. It's all just these thick clouds, these storm clouds.
Well, I have heard from a source that the eclipse doesn't necessarily have to be a literal eclipse.
It can be a metaphorical one.
Well, you might find this interesting, but my sister Glissa and I, we're the Selenelian twins, and we ourselves are the living embodiment of the moon and sun. That was part of the reason why the hag decided to separate us, releasing me while keeping her as her guest.
So if we can get you two together, do a little dance.
Yes, do a little song, do a little dance, and throw her down tonight.
I'm loving this plan.
Yes. Anyway, I believe that's why she lured us here, from the Witchlight Carnival. I believe she's hoping to forestall her own doom.
And by forestalling this, she has brought it upon herself.
We can only hope.
Alana, can you ask the pretty fuzzy bee a question for me, please? Please, maybe.
Sure.
Well, if it's not rude, can you ask her if I can pet her because she's so cute and fuzzy?
Certain. He's going.
I keep getting cut out.
The bee friendo. My friend was curious if she could perhaps pet you. She thinks you are quite adorable.
Oh, the bee seems to perk up at that, and it buzzes around Amador's head a few times before it basically lands on his face, and she just kind of squiggles her butt, and
I'm the stinger.
He sort of puts one stem behind his back, another in front of his stem, and sort of bows in your direction to bring Pollinella closer to you. Her antenna's just kind of going.
How about instead of your bee friends being captives, what if we can figure out a way for them to be partners with the Cyclops?
Ooh, that means he's got to pay him.
Well, he says that's certainly an interesting proposition. I wonder what he might have that the bees would want. He already has quite the impressive gardens that he maintains. I believe the biggest problem is that they're simply not free to find love.
Okay. All right.
And then he sort of he sort of hip checks Pickle out of the way and just sort of lovingly strokes the bee on his face.
All right. Do you think we have a conversation with the Cyclops?
He says, well, I suppose that in time he'll end up finding us if we don't find him first. For as big as he is, he's quite adept at lurking in the shadow of mountains.
Maybe he would be helpful.
He's going to walk around the mountain.
Yeah, like
Does he have any interest in helping overthrow the hag?
We didn't stick around long enough to ask while we were escaping with this queen bee. So
you took the queen bee.
Well, no, I simply helped her make good on her expression of her own free will and agency.
So you stole her.
I beg your pardon, sir. I will have no such slander. It was love, pure and simple.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I know that I'm not great at this, but insight check.
Go for it.
7. I believe him.
Yes.
Oh, good heavens.
So while you're bantering about this, Gleam continues on. She says, "Well, be that as it," and she kind of face palms. She says,
Pickle giggle snorts.
She said, "Nevertheless, there are some other allies that might be a bit more approachable than Mudlump. Mudlump is the Cyclops' name.
That's a very unfortunate name.
Yes, it is.
Well, I wouldn't tell him that.
I
Maybe
might,
it's a good name
just
for a
because I
Cyclops?
might not be able to help it.
She says,
I
well,
don't know who the
in
Cyclops
any
is.
case, the mountains are home to a clan of Chorids.
What?
What's a chord?
Well, they're stout little fey creatures whose hair has the strength of iron. They gather and dance at Lothbury Henge.
Do you think they'd like the little hats we've got?
Little hats?
We've
Could
got some
do
little
more
hats.
than dance.
Wow.
They're hot-blooded. Check it and see. They've got a fever of 103.
Oh no! That's boiling rock right there.
Might they be allies?
She says, potentially. They don't seem to think too much of Endelin, but they seem to be locked in some sort of a feud with the Briganox.
The what?
Briganox.
Yes, those are even tinier Fae.
Well, then maybe they'll want the hats.
And they like to it causes the Chorids a great deal of distress, but because they're very noisy, but they like to mine the earth, and for all the dream stones that collect in the earth from the dreams of mortals.
All right, Dreamstones, Cyclops who knows how to make mead.
Oh, and you see, as they're talking, you had been kind of sort of keeping your eye on them all the while, on those sort of stacks that were nearby. over here. This was where you had seen that those critters in the air, like flying around and dive bombing that big fire, knocking out.
Yeah.
And you see the next one over in, like, practically on top of you. It seems like they were circling around that as well, and they ended up not. It alighted briefly for a while before it too was extinguished.
And what is flying around?
There's a bunch of. They look like big ass eagles, but they've got like the heads of. They've got like antlers coming out of their heads.
Okay, those things.
And you kind of hear some shouting from in the distance, and she looks up and she says, "Oh, Prince Algarthas."
Bless you.
Prince Algarthas? Is that
Yes.
who that is?
Indeed. He made a bargain with Endelin, but now he finds himself trapped in Yan. Those are the Fey beacons he's at, and he's been using them to try and search for a way home, but he's had no luck.
So the eagle with the horn, the antlers is a prince.
No. The prince. She gets down next to you and is directing your gaze, and you can see like this small figure that's descending from the tower, and he keeps shaking a fist at the creatures that are mocking him. He says, "No, that tiny figure that's climbing, that's Prince Algarthas.
Ah, okay.
He's from a world I've never heard of before. He called it Faerun."
Oh.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
We found somebody from like some place called like.
So he's trying to go back to his world, and he's climbing these things.
I thought Faerun was the world that we were from.
Antler birds are attacking him.
Are we in the Forgotten Realms?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, you're from Elsamar. That's my world.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're from his world.
Oh, there's.
It's
You're
my
in my
house.
world now.
It's my house.
Okay, all right.
Yes. She said,
What was that?
So,
and and another person who might make a willing ally. There's this individual. It's a bugbear named Hurley. He too made it.
Hurley?
Hurley.
Hurley.
Yes.
Okay. Is he Hurley?
He too made a bargain with Endelin.
We did know someone.
He made a bargain with Endelin, and is quite unhappy with how things played out. Now he's forced to perform in her morbid theater.
Hold up.
Are you checking to see if that's the bugbear from the?
That one's name is Burley.
She says like Gleam and Glister and I. Hurley used to work for Mr. Witch and Mr. Light at the Witchlight Carnival.
So is Hurley? Does Hurley have like a brother? Or
Oh yes, his name's Burley, I believe.
we met him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So you've been to the Witchlight Carnival?
Yeah.
I thought I was being silly. Because you said Hurley, I said, is he Burley?
And
But
then
no,
and
he's
I
not
said
Hurley.
no.
Hurley's another thing.
That's why I was like,
Oh my
wait a
God.
minute, because he said Hurley, and I was already thinking Hurley. What about?
Okay.
Is Burley well? Hurley's been quite eager to see him again.
He likes to talk a lot about like philosophy. Just saying.
Really?
Oh yeah.
It's interesting how different siblings can be.
Yeah.
Well, that's it is certainly interesting. I'm sure he'd be eager to hear how his brother's doing though.
Yeah, well, and like we've already like been kind of sort of saving people that are from there, because there was also like this place, a Kitty Star.
He says, and suddenly Amador pipes up and slaps his leaves together and he says, "Well, this is all very interesting, but my first concern is Polinella's safety. But if you will help Gleam and I, then honor dictates that I must help you to the Palace of Heart's Desire."
Can
So-
somebody else inside check this guy? Because like he's giving like me like wee woo but
I'm
people know
giving it a try.
He's a dandelion. What do you want?
He's a dandy.
I mean, he should be distracted since his
Wow.
girlfriend's
Okay,
sitting on his
so-
face and wiggling.
So, I'm sorry, get to the point, sir.
17 plus 3.
He says, "Well, you see, I
Oh,
promised to aid. I promised to aid Gleam, and it would seem that in order to aid Gleam, I will also have to aid you. So, if you can help me make good on that promise, then I promise to help lead you to the Palace of Heart's Desire, where I sense that your fate must surely lead you."
he got a
Okay.
dirty 20 on insight check.
So what are we doing first? I'm lost now.
So she asked me to do an insight check. If anybody doing it, so I'm doing an insight check on the
If
dandelion.
anybody wanted to, because like, am I the only one feeling like he's sus?
I didn't think.
Well,
So he seems kind of. He seems like he's sincere, but also seems like he probably could hold down a job at short attention span theater.
Okay.
So he does see himself as a leader of sorts, though,
All right.
and seems to have a sense of responsibility. It just seems like he's kind of scatterbrained.
you get the bit stuck in my head from Wizard of Oz when he's just like, I'm just a dandelion.
He is a dandelion indeed.
All right. So where to?
I say we go check out the ogre. No, the Cyclops.
I mean, if the other things are on the way, then
I think the Cyclops is the closest thing, is it not?
Maybe you're currently in just outside an area known as the Fey Beacons. They explain. There's they explain that on the opposite side of this ridge, there's a large clear lake surrounded by these 8 Fey stacks that Prince Algerthas is attempting to light. And as you guys are talking,
Why is he trying to light him?
he says apparently part of his deal was he was trying to find a way to defeat a green dragon that's terrorizing his home.
oh,
And
A green dragon.
yes,
Jabberwocky or green dragon?
she turns to
well, the Jabberwocky's not green.
she turns
Oh,
to
stop.
Amador and
That's
to
white.
Sir says, "No, he said dragon.
Okay.
I didn't. He's a prince. I didn't think to second guess him."
But what's he need to do that?
It was a
No, he was hoping for her aid against it, as I understand. But she played a trick on him, and now he has to light all those beacons in order to transform the lake into a portal to return back to his homeland with the boon that he gained. But the Paratons who are they keep harassing him, and every time he lights one, they blow it out with the bluster of their wings.
So if we kill the Paratons, you call them,
Mm-hmm.
if we get rid of them, he can complete his mission.
And he might be able to
In
help
theory,
us
yes.
with the witch. I mean, he's
You
probably
might got
pretty
a
pissed at
problem
her.
with us getting rid of the Paratons?
Let's see here.
Or not necessarily kill him, but disable him so they
Stop
can't
it.
blow his candles out.
Let's go blast him. I want to go blast something.
And then he started blasting.
As you guys are debating this, you all make perception checks.
Can I use the last one I didn't use? God.
18.
5.
Me too.
High 5.
All right. So, and what did Lena get there?
What
12.
about Zalric?
12. Oh, well, Lena got a 20. Oh,
12
12. Okay. Zalric. So Zalric and Stuart, their eyes, as you guys are talking, their eyes just kind of get big because you guys are feeling like tremors in the ground. As you got the feeling that something big is coming your way, and
Tremors.
As you do, you turn around and you can see in the distance. It looks like a mountain is moving in your direction.
Oh no! Maybe it's a friendly mountain.
And you hear this booming voice call out, says, "Dandelion Knight, how dare you steal my queen from me?"
Hey now.
and from it and coming out of the gloom, you see this towering figure. They've got to be about 50 freaking feet tall, and there's just a single point of light.
50?
There's just like a single point of light coming from near the top of it. Inside of this kind of like, it almost looks like a cloud that's encircling their head. When you realize it's a gigantic hat with mesh hanging down from all over it. And there's like, it sounds like thunder as this massive staff that he's carrying thuds into the ground next to him. And you can see that it's this giant staff with almost like Taurus horns coming off the top of it, and hooked around one of the prongs is a absolutely enormous beehive that must be about 10 feet tall on its own, and probably good 5 feet in radius.
So wait, did you say he is 50 or 15?
15.
15.
50 feet.
50 feet. He is
Brewmaster.
He is large beyond all reason. Let me see if I can find a picture of this guy.
No, that makes it real.
That makes it so we're not killing this guy.
No.
We're gonna make an ally out of this one.
We can certainly try.
Okay.
Holy freckles.
Where is my mouse cursor? I cannot see.
Hold on, go slowly.
50 feet is huge.
You get that impression because he's kind of like racing himself off the top of some of these gigantic spires of rock around you.
Okay, these houses around here are a little over 20. Okay.
So he's 2.5 times taller than these houses.
Right. Okay, Mr. Dandelion, you got some explaining to do.
And I think that this is a fine place for us to break for the evening.
All right.
I'm not blasting.
No.
No, we're not messing with this dude. In fact, Mr. Dandelion has some explaining to do.
No.
You didn't say he was a 50-foot tall.
Well, I did say. He says, in my defense, I believe it was implied that he was indeed cyclopean in stature.
We'll unpack that next time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Okay.
sure that you're sleepy over on your end, Kelsey. So thanks for sticking in there with us.
Yeah.
And we shall reconnoiter next time and figure out how best to enter negotiations with this preponderously large beekeeper.
How best to not die.
Maybe I wonder if we can get Jacob back, because surely he would know how to talk to a fellow brewmaster.
Well,
That's
wrong
right.
character, but yeah.
Yes.
That's
There's an IRL brewmaster.
Yeah.
all right.
Aw,
So
man.
if you for an enemy, you attack their weaknesses. Okay, you take away you turn their strengths into weaknesses. Okay, for someone you want to turn into an ally, you amplify their strengths. Okay, you feed their strength. Okay, and in this case, he is obviously putting in a lot of work here, right? This is his pride. Okay.
Special ingredient.
Right. So we work on amplifying his pride and feeding his pride. Okay? That way, you say, make him proud. You say, hey, what's holding you back here? Is this hag holding you back? That's okay.
How about this?
Hey, where's the-
How about this? Pickle doesn't like alcohol. She let her try some and have her be like, whoa.
Oh, but meat is different.
Exactly.
It is.
Exactly.
Meat is like food.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She doesn't know that. She's never had it.
It's dessert.
So
And right now it looks like we are deserting the table.
Yeah.
be like, like if she likes your stuff, you know,
It's a massive accomplishment because you are the Witchlight monarch.
that too. That too.
Hey, this guy's fixing to open a portal to another world. You got a whole market right there.
Ooh. We recycle those, yes. So just put it in the sink.
Anyway, I'm gonna get going. Thanks for the session.
And I, Kelsey. And I will now stop the recording.